Expectations of crowd figures round about 50,000 this afternoon. It won't be too far short of that, I think, building up the whole time. So the band moves off and the match gets underway. And after so many games in football where players have changed positions straight away at the start of games, happy to report that they're all in the selected spots. Paul Delaney nipping that one out. Declan Ryan, strong, forceful player. Here's Nicky English losing the stick, held up unfairly. Declan Ryan limping away out of that one, feeling the full effects of the challenge. Ryan still in trouble as Cleary avails of the opening to slot over the opening point from a free by Michael Cleary. Tom Helibert whipping it in nicely, batted down well by Bobby Ryan there, beating Joe McGrath. Colin Bonner with that lengthy clearance, not linking up with a colleague. Corey Kelly then to take this sideline cut. Galway still looking for their first score. It'll be important that they get a score pretty quickly here. Liam Burke knocking it forward too far, out by Bobby Ryan, back in again by Hopper McGrath. Oh, it's a goal! A mistake by Ken Hogan, a misjudgment, and Michael Hopper McGrath has scored a goal after 6 minutes.
Galway have been struggling very badly to the end of the game, but this is a great break for them. Michael McGrath, just a speculative shot in front of Ken Hogan, who lets it bounce in front of him and never gets his body properly behind it. Very soft goal.
Towards Aidan Ryan, prodded forward. On to Anthony Cross. First touch just letting him down, but he has the pace to carry it forward to Declan Ryan. Declan Ryan getting his first point since moving across to top of the left. And Corey Kelly once again, settling down very nicely indeed. Michael McGrath leaving it there for Liam Burke, scorer of that last point. Here's a chance, that's a fine save by Ken Hogan. So Brendan Keogh now in a listless game so far. From the 65, high, stopped again by Ken Hogan. Well, a possible goal and a possible point saved in the last two attacks by Ken Hogan. Rémi Ryan has led it behind to Michael McGrath. Hopper trying to link up there with Brendan Keogh, pressurised, supported now here by Joe McGrath. Making a bit of space for himself, he's a very strong player, and accurate as well. Rémi Ryan nursing that one away there, but now taken back well by Brendan Keogh. Delaney once again. Tip side right now looking a bit less than composed, and Brendan Keogh emphasises that point with his first point of the match, and every one of the Galway forwards has now scored. It's won by one of the midfielders, but it's the Galway midfielder, Pat Malone. Soloing forward, not the best of balls however, it's Conall Bonner who takes it with style towards Aidan Ryan against two Galway men. One of them is Murty Killalay, he's been impressive. To Corey Kelly, withstood the challenge and made a great score. No wonder he was man of the match in the club final. 11 points to 4, and Corey Kelly with an amazing point from way out the field. Bobby Ryan trying to break that one down, exactly getting the stick to it. Brendan Keogh sees that one come back to Joe McGrath. McGrath going by. He's a strong performer and he's got a third point. We're well into injury time in this first half. Galway lording it against a tip side that hasn't played well at all. Galway showing what they're made of. Rémi Ryan as the referee whistles for half-time. Tip will be mindful of the fact that Antrim went in at half-time leading by 3 points and succumbed in the second half to the might of Kilkenny. Half-time score, it's Galway 1-9, Tipperary 5 points, Galway leading by 7. So the second half gets underway. Can Tip come back? What will be the effects of the words at half-time from Babs Keating? Nicky English here, beaten straight away by Paul Cooney, supported here by Jerry McInerney. Michael Coleman trying to make headway, beaten by Aidan Ryan. Whipping on it out here. Brendan Keogh. Picked up here again by Joe McGrath. Good solo run through the centre. Can this produce the first score of the second half? It can. Goes to Galway's Joe McGrath. He's got 4 points. Declan Carr beaten by Michael Coleman. Now Michael O'Mara, captain the side in the Munster final. On nicely towards Declan Carr, and he's put it over the bar. A bad clearance. Somehow it reaches Conor Stakelum. There were 2 Galway players there, and Stakelum made it his. Aidan Ryan, shoulder, jersey rather pulled by Pat Malone. About 11 minutes of normal time to go, plus of course the injury time. Michael Cleary tapping it over the bar. If this gets very tight, can you just imagine how tense it's going to get if it goes to injury time? That's gone over the bar. Only 5 between them. Batted down there by Pádraig Kelly. Chip now trying to raise the tempo. There's a wild pull by Tom Hellebert, who has to be careful. He's already booked in this match. He's on the ground right now. Put over 5 of 6 frees so far. And he's now put over 6 out of 7. That's Michael O'Mara. Fired up, no doubt, to show the selectors that he should have been part of the action from the outset. Nicky English now rounding Paul Cooney, but the referee spotted the foul by the Galway number 2. The free takers have a very important role to play in this match. The gap is closed to just a goal. Just over 5.5 minutes, plus perhaps another 5 minutes of injury time to go. Pat Malone swinging defence into attack to Joe Cooney. Broken down off the fingers of Joe towards the other Joe, Joe Rabbit. Rabbit going forward, here's a hand pass. Liam Fahey scoring chance, stopped by Ken Hogan. Well, he may have been culpable of the goal that beat him in the first half, but this time he comes to his side's rescue. Hit straight at him, it has to be said, but he was there, accurately placed. But now it's Hopper in the follow-up who drills over the point. Michael McGrath has got a goal and a point. John Lahey fumbling. Overall, it's been a poor performance by Tipperary, but can they yet get through to the final? Paul Cooney. It comes out here to Michael Coleman. Twice he missed it. Bobby Ryan comes in. Pádraig Kelly, neat but unable to take it up. It's Aidan Ryan once again. Partially blocked by Murty Killalay. Goes anywhere. Near the sideline. Pat Fox shouldering. Jerry McInerney. Jerry Mack as he's known. Trying to take it out. Supported by Pat Malone. Not a very good pass. It's a nervous finish to this game. Pádraig Kelly running into John Lahey. Picked up by Nicky English. Looking at the target. It's over. Nicky English with his first point of the match. 4 points the difference. Rabbit rising up for it. Claiming it. Knocked in. 2 men in the attack. Michael Ryan back there for Tipperary. Joe Cooney has it. And Joe Cooney has pointed. There are 5 between them. Cross. Still going forward. Again, we have to say they need that goal. Anthony Cross. He's put it over the bar. 4 points between the teams. Struck forward by Liam Burke. Saved from going wide there by Joe Cooney. Fed back to Joe McGrath. Turning into Michael O'Mara. Cooney again. The umpires consider it. The hand raised in the arm. It's a Galway point. And there are 5 between them. Father Iggy Clark, he missed an All-Ireland final. Was it 1980? I'm not quite sure. But he missed being part of a Galway success story. But he's relishing this. They all are. And that's Liam Burke with a second point. Towards Aidan Ryan. Really going around the scenic route towards the Galway goal. It was Murty Killalay who nipped in. Galway in defence have been quite superb. That last point notwithstanding by Aidan Ryan. John Lahey hasn't scored so far. Well, he's got one now. 4 points between them. Players calling for it. One of them is Joe McGrath. Back to Joe Cooney. Bobby Ryan not having any of it, but it's the other Joe, Joe Rabbit, coming stylishly forward to take another point. Runs through the cover towards Nicky English. Can he get a goal yet? On to Aidan Ryan. Oh, it strikes the post, and it's a goal! Fox the scorer.
So you can see Nicky English gets a hand pass aside to Aidan Ryan, and good shot by Aidan Ryan, but hits the butt of the post, and Pat Fox right place, great finish.
It's all over. The referee played nearly 8 minutes of injury time, but it's going to be Kilkenny who will play Galway in the 1993 All-Ireland hurling final. Shades of 1987 once again. Galway deserved to win. They played with determination and won in the end by a mere 2 points.